American businesses have started to apply for tariff refunds, and it comes after the Supreme Court struck down President Trump's sweeping emergency tariffs.
Yeah, but those refunds likely won't trickle down to us, the shoppers. Karen Kafa is joining us now to explain why. Hi, Karen.
Hey there, Lorenzo and Leslie. For consumers thinking they may receive a check in the mailbox from their favorite retailer sometime soon, it is likely not going to work that way. In fact, few companies have actually really addressed what they are going to do with those reimbursements and how that might affect consumers. One, because it's incredibly complicated, and two, because there's still a lot of uncertainty.
Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick on Capitol Hill Wednesday facing questions about Trump administration tariff policies.
Right now, tariffs have driven up costs so significantly that it's put many businesses at risk and in peril.
The answer is make your products at home and you have no tariff.
This week, 2 months after the Supreme Court struck down President Donald Trump's sweeping emergency tariffs, American importers started applying for an estimated $166 billion in refunds plus interest. So consumers want to know if they'll see any money back. The answer, not really. One reason, after the Supreme Court ruled the emergency tariffs unconstitutional, the president announced new tariffs, which means new costs for importers to cover.
The first thing to realize is that we're in an environment of still massive uncertainty about what the future is in terms of where tariffs will fall and what level they're going to be at. And that uncertainty is not good for business.
And Ryan Monarch, associate professor of economics at Syracuse University, says some companies absorb the added costs from the emergency tariffs and cut in different areas.
Some of them didn't raise prices at all and found other ways to cut costs. Maybe they're laying off employees, or maybe they're delaying a certain investment.
While businesses absorbing tariff costs may have kept inflation in check, economists believe it suppressed the job market.
And since the pressure of those emergency tariffs has been taken off of companies and consumers, there's been a new pressure point added to the mix, of course, skyrocketing fuel costs tied to the war in Iran. Leslie and Lorenzo.
Aaron, after watching your story, experts say that small businesses may be lagging behind big, I can't even say it. Experts say there's going to be a lag in these big businesses getting those tariff refunds. What's behind that?
Well, Leslie, big businesses have been bracing for a few months now, right? They've had teams in place. They have the resources to make the calculations, get the paperwork together. They've got accounting and legal departments that have been ready for this portal to open. Small businesses, however, it has been a different story, right? They don't have as many staff on hand to help what is a very complex process. There have been a few glitches reported in the system simply because of the volume of these applications that have been filed since it opened up on Monday. But really, small businesses maybe will lag behind in these payments. Also, some small businesses just couldn't survive the pressure of the tariffs for the items that they needed to import to stay successful. So that's something to consider as well. Overall, Customs and Border Protection, which is running this portal, says it'll be about 60 to 90 days before those refunds start paying out. And again, big businesses here probably have the advantage.